What's up guys, TC here and welcome to my brand new Starbound StarDex series. In this series, every single episode I'm going to be bringing you guys two custom unique monsters. Now, I know a lot of you guys watch my custom creations and it's going to be similar to that in regards to how they're going to be unique, but these monsters are going to be a lot more in-depth. They're going to be very like custom tailored. Their health, their damage, their output, their color. They're going to have elemental weaknesses, resistances. Some of them will have attack noises. They'll have unique attack patterns. And yeah, so it's going to be a lot more in-depth, but again, this one's not going to have, like where with the custom creations we tend to have, 4 or 5 items or things per episode. And this one probably only going to have 1 or 2 each, especially for the first couple we'll probably have 2, because there's some kind of special stuff I'm going to have to explain to you guys. But yeah, and the idea is I'm going to make these monsters in each episode. I'm hopefully going to have 2 or 3 out per week, and I'm going to be creating a full-on Starbound Pokedex, which I'm going to have full monster profiles, which you guys can check out. I'm going to link them in the description. And as this Pokedex grows, you guys are going to check it out and keep up with all the new monsters, and it's going to get bigger as I add more and more monsters. Now, I am currently working on the Pokedex, so on this first episode you might not see it, but once we get a few episodes in, and once we have several monsters, I'm going to start linking to the Pokedex so you guys can check it out. And of course, with each Pokedex, there's going to be a, or with the whole Pokedex, there's going to be a, like links to, so you can spawn in the monsters however you want. And also, part of this is we're going to be doing a, if you guys watched my arena battle I did with FireSpark81, we're going to be using these monsters in arena, so if you want to go check out his channel, I'm going to be linking to that in the description as well, because it's super fun. And what we, the last time we did these episodes, we had an issue was that we, the monsters were kind of unbalanced, and there was really no way, like if I just kind of made mine and he just made his, you never know what you're going to get, because you could always just add like a ton of regen or a ton of health or anything like that. So we kind of settled on some rules, and we figured out how to balance them. So me and him have been working together, and we made a bunch of unique balanced monsters, and now they actually play really well in the arena battles. And the coolest part is that there's a lot of strategy involved because the monsters have unique elemental weaknesses and resistances, so it does turn out a lot like Pokemon. So definitely go check out his channel. But with all that being said, we're going to jump right in. In today's first 2 monsters, we have one brand new one here called the Smoke Clutch, and the other one is the Slimectric. Now you guys might recognize the Slimectric from an old episode. So these guys have the Slimectric appeared in one of our custom creations, but I've retailored his stats a little bit. But we're going to start off with a brand new one here. We have the Smoke Clutch, which we're going to spawn him or pop him right there. As you can see, he is a small quadruped. This one's actually a little bit smaller than a default quadruped, and he has 4 different attacks. He has a Smoke Ring attack he can shoot, a Fireball attack, he also has a Pounce and a Charge, and you'll see he has a really fast sprint animation, so he can sprint really quickly to targets once he kind of engages them. He also happens to have a Fire Resistance and a complete Lava immunity, so what that means is he's going to take half damage from Fire-type weapons, and he's outright immune to Lava. So we're going to pull him in real quick. I'm going to give you guys an example of what I mean here. Like, let's see, let's try this gunner here. So if we spawn him in right there, you'll see he's not going to take, he's taking 1 damage from this rifle here with that kind of damage on it. But then if we use something that, he doesn't have any weaknesses, so it's not going to be like Pokemon all the time, where they have, like, not every monster is going to have elemental weaknesses or resistances. Some will just have resistances, some will just have weaknesses. It's just going to, we're going to play it by ear, and we're going to expand the Pokedex. And as things get, they'll definitely get more and more crazy, but we're going to start off pretty simple. So as you can see here, he's got his 2 little attacks there. He shoots the Smoke Ball, and then the Smoke Ring, and then the Fireball. He also does his little charge attack, and he does a little jump as well. But it's really cool because he can, pretty much, he does like double damage really quick with that Smoke Ring and the Fireball. He tends to shoot them back to back like that. So it's very fun. I like him because he's really fast on the ground, and he does pretty well against the flying monsters in the arena. Definitely a good little pet, and he's a lot smaller. We utilize, there's a scale parameter which you can scale monsters up and down, so we utilize that there to make him a little bit smaller, a little bit harder to hit, and he's pretty quick, so he's actually a really well-rounded monster. Up next we have the Slimectric. So you guys will probably remember this guy. He spawns in these electric orbs. Now he is a Slimectric is resistant to electric attacks. That's it. He has no weaknesses on this one. But you'll see when he does his, he's not very good against ground monsters, but he's great anti-air. And so that's part of his profile really, is he's a really good anti-air monster. So you'll see if he'll ever go to this guy here, he'll do his swoop attack, which he actually missed there as like a nub, but he has a little electrical orb that he spawns in, and against other aerial monsters, there it is. So we'll spawn this thing in, and it lingers for quite some time. And so against other aerial monsters, they actually get really messed up by this because they don't see this thing in the air. So pretty much they'll just kind of get, they'll continue to run into it, and it really makes a really good anti-air monster. But as you can see, he doesn't do too well against ground monsters, but that's part of the, like this. This is what the aerial monsters will end up running into it, like this guy is, repeatedly getting hit by this thing. The aerial ones will do that with his bubble, so he's actually really cool. But yeah, so that's gonna, these are the 2 monsters for today. Most episodes are gonna be 2 monsters. What I'm trying to do for these first couple of episodes, because I've got several monsters I want to include, but I don't feel that they're brand new, so I don't want to make an episode on them exclusively. So I think for these first few episodes, I'm gonna have 1 brand new monster and 1 of our old monsters that's been slightly tweaked. And so you should be seeing probably 2 monsters per episode for quite some time. And again, if you want to see these guys in action, you should hop over to Firespark81's channel. It's some really fun stuff, and you guys could definitely set it up and do it yourself. And we encourage you guys to, if you have any monsters or any creations you made, leave them in the comments section. We found a lot of cool monsters and things like that that we have been inspired by from comments and stuff like that. So definitely leave your comments in the below about what kind of monster you like. But that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please rate, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.